Alright folks, we're back. Cameron is fucking fighting sky rats for free experience points.
Oh man, my dad used to call seagulls shithawks.
I mean, yeah, they are.
Oh man, I hate seagulls so fucking much.
Seagulls are a blight.
Oh, when I was a kid, every summer I'd go to McMaster University.
What the hell is behind Rhyhorn there?
I think that might be...
Oh, that's the Pidgey.
Behind Rhyhorn?
Yeah, look, see, Rhyhorn's down in the bottom.
Oh yeah, it is another Pidgey.
Yeah.
Fuck, that was a good fight.
Yikes, yeah.
Anyway, I used to go every year...
I was gonna say, switch out and let the Rattatas train now because your bird is now level 5.
Nah.
Alright.
I'm gonna get one more fight in with the bird. But I used to go to McMaster University every summer for a summer camp called Sports Fitness Camp, and it was a lot of fun. But every year...
It's the bringer of death! He returns!
He didn't get the kill.
He came very close!
He did come very close.
You're really chancing it, because the last fucking Poison Sting did a lot of damage.
Well, frankly, I'd rather Prowl die from poison than fucking Nautica. Because Nautica is important to this team.
We have faith in Nautica. Prowl is sort of just an incidental.
Prowl still has to prove it. Squirtle is more important to the long-term health of this playthrough than Pidgey.
Yeah, that's fair.
Anyway, every year, for lunch, instead of being cooped up inside a university building, they sent us out into this huge open field, and we'd go eat lunch. And every year, without fail, someone would feed a pigeon. Or, no, feed a seagull. And the seagulls would fucking swarm. Like, there were hundreds of kids. They couldn't watch all of us at all times. Someone would sneak food to a seagull. And they would fucking take over this goddamn, like,
quad
field.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just, like, Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. They were everywhere. And after
No, child! No! Go!
And after a while, they would, like, swoop in and steal people's sandwiches.
That happened to me once!
Really?
Yeah, I was at the fucking McMaster enjoying a nice tasty bagel I had fucking bought from the student store. And a fucking bird, like, a seagull attacks...
Oh!
Yeah, now a fucking seagull attacks my face, and I, swat him away, like, get out of here. And he snatches the bagel from my hand and flew away.
Oh, what a boss.
Yeah, that fucking seagull knew what he was doing. He had done it before, I could tell.
Oh, man. The counselors, though, they hated the seagulls so goddamn much.
I wonder why.
And they all had sports equipment. So...
I can see where this is going.
It became a thing when the counselors thought we weren't looking and their bosses weren't around, because they're camp counselors. They don't really get supervised a whole lot. Where, like, they would take their baseball bats and, like, try and, like, knock them out of the sky with baseballs. And we had this one counselor named Russell, who was just the coolest fucking guy. And he was our hockey coach. And I swear to God, like, we played ball hockey.
That's the Pokemon Mart.
Yeah, I don't like socialized medicine. Anyway, fuck! He was just a huge badass.
Yeah.
And, what he did was he taught us ball hockey in this, like, tiny little corner of like, pavement. And he was just on this grass field with his hockey stick and a whole bunch of those, like, orange balls. And he knocked one right out of the fucking sky with a slap shot.
Damn.
It was phenomenal. And, like, we later found out that he wasn't even aiming for that bird, but it was still great.
So, when you say Camp Counselor Russell, all I can fucking think of is, do you remember that game, Bully? Yeah, with Russell the Cop Killer.
This guy was actually really short. He was a complete manlet. He was like 5'5".
Was he filled with manlet rage?
Kind of.
How high are you gonna get this pigeon before you would change it out?
Level 8.
Okay, fair enough.
Anyway,
we might fast forward some of this maybe if this goes on much longer.
Huge badass. Like, okay.
Yeah.
We had this, I also took wrestling class while I was there, and it was tons of fun.
Yeah.
And we had this one dude named Colin, who I swear to God, he was 6.5 feet tall and built like a fucking fridge. And, like, I have seen him throw 2 other wrestling counselors at the same fucking time, one in each arm.
Jesus Christ.
And Russell, in his infinite wisdom, during a game of dodgeball, decides that he is going to call out Colin. And it's like, no, I'm gonna eliminate you. And, like, being the tiny little manlet that he was, Colin was having a hard time hitting Russell. And Russell decides that, like, okay, enough is enough. I'm dealing with Colin because he is annihilating everyone else on my team.
Right.
So he goes to the back of his side of the field, and we had this rule where you were allowed to cross the line mid-throw, so long as you did it mid-jump.
Right.
And the throw was completed before you hit the ground.
Okay.
So he sprints at him across this basketball court. Sprints at him. And just leaps into the air at the halfway line. Does a full 360. And unleashes this throw that hits Colin square in the nuts. And he and he was right next to fucking Colin when he threw it. He was maybe 2 feet away. And just hit him square in the balls. And these were like the old dodgeballs, like the rubber ones.
Yeah, the old rubber red, like... Boing!
We didn't see Colin for the rest of the day. And Russell was just like... He spent like 10 minutes, like, over Colin. And he was just like bent over, and Russell's like, oh my god, are you alright? And Colin just couldn't respond. My headcanon is that Colin was trying to respond, but only in a pitch that dogs could hear. Oh, it's fucking great. I have so many good memories about that fucking camp, and so many of them have to deal with Russell. Okay. So, I was really small as a child, right?
Yep.
And
not surprising.
Yeah. I'm still super skinny, but I'm 6 feet tall now. But,
yeah.
Okay, I was like a 3 foot tall 10-year-old when I met Russell. And, anyway, ball hockey. We were 10-year-olds.
Right.
So no one knew what the fuck they were doing. Very few people actually took the game pretty seriously. And I've always had a bit of a competitive streak, right?
Right.
So, anyway, we're winning this game of ball hockey pretty hard. It's like 5-1. So Russell, being the counselor, decides to have mercy on the kids who are getting their shit pushed in. And, like, he takes one of their players off to the side, and he's like, you know, go have a drink of water, I'm gonna take your place, and, we're gonna win this match. So, Russell, like, okay. It was a hard rule that everyone who played ball hockey at McMaster had to wear a helmet at all times if they were on the... Oh, Jesus!
Are you gonna risk it?
No. While you were...
I was gonna say, well, alright. That would have been a good time, because Pack Rat could have probably finished him.
That's true, you're probably right. But, anyway, if you were even on the pavement, you had to be wearing a helmet just in case.
Right.
And Russell enforced this super hard. And,
well, good for him.
Right. I was on defense, which was kind of like the shitty position because, like, we were winning super hard that it never came up. Anyway, Russell gets a hold of the ball, and he doesn't even check the kids. He just, like, lightly brushes them to the side, and no one can deal with Russell. And most of them don't even try. And half the... Oh, Jesus, I forgot. Oh, well, you know what? He'll get the experience anyway.
Yeah.
And I decide, you know what? No. I'm gonna try and stop Russell from scoring. The fucking, like, the goalie's off picking his nose or something.
Yeah.
He's not even paying attention. He probably doesn't even know Russell has the damn ball. And I see Russell winding up for this slap shot. And my first instinct is, he's not getting that goal. So I run in front of the net. The shot comes in. And it's going to, like, the top right corner, and I am so short that when I run in to intercept it, that hits me square in the face.
Ooh.
And, like, I have this helmet on, so I have, like, a metal cage protecting me.
Yeah.
But I weigh maybe 40 pounds at the time. And this shot carries me back, and I smash my head into the back of this metal net that's embedded into the pavement.
Holy fuck.
And just, I bounce off of it and then fall forward and smash my face back down on the pavement. And Russell's just standing over my limp body. The first thing out of his mouth is, "Oh my god, I killed him." The shot did not go in.
I'm just imagining this story occurring over a series of metallic dings.
It's more of a thud, ding, and then a crack.
Bang, ding, ow.
And anyway, he picks me up, like, by the armpits, pulls me to my feet, and, like, I'm looking him square in the face, and I'm like, "Did I save the shot?" And he's like, yeah, you made the save. You made the save, good for you." And then he picks me up, like, holds me up in front of the other kids, and is like, "You see that kid?"
No. Use Pack Rat, because this thing's level 2.
Oh, good point. He's like, "You see that, kids? You see that? That is why I make you wear your helmets."
Because I may kill you otherwise.
And no one ever questioned him on the helmet thing ever again. And, like, thank God none of the fucking supervisors were watching, because he'd have lost his job. To this day, I don't know if I got a concussion or not, and it seems somewhat likely.
I mean, considering the sequence of events, I'm astonished you didn't.
Yeah, fuck, I'm lucky I'm not brain damaged.
We assume.
Dude, I'm smarter than most of the people I know. If I have brain damage, then, like, that does not speak well for most people.
Well, I mean, it would answer a lot of questions about Wesley.
Wesley's smart, though.
In a way. In a special way.
Wesley's smart in that I play a lot of RPGs with him, and he's one of those people who comes up with weird strategies to win games in really unorthodox ways. Like, one time I had them fighting a skeleton wizard.
Yeah?
And Wesley had earlier bought a pair of handcuffs. And he runs through the entire battle, ignoring every other threat, to get to this boss. And he handcuffs one of his hands to one of his legs after winning a grapple check, and just gimped this boss completely because it could no longer cast spells. And shit like that is why I say Wesley is smart.
Fucking wizards. Oh, man. Ah, God, actually, speaking of fucking wizards, so, at Black Knight, they're doing a call to arms, and for those who don't know, Black Knight being a hobby store, what a call to arms is, for a lot of the war games, they're like, "Oh, well, you want to build an army, right? So now's the chance." And in call to arms, you're supposed to make a new army, get it built and painted by the deadline, and if you succeed, you get like a fair amount of store credit for your effort, and you get like some nice you pretty much get a fine job and a pat on the head for doing it, champ.
And then you compete in like a tournament or something?
Yeah, there's a bunch of there's a bunch of themed battles throughout the course of it. So like one of them is like, so because this is Age of Sigmar, so the new fantasy.
Yep.
There's a lot of giant monster fights, HQ fights, that kind of thing.
Okay.
So the army I'm doing is the Khorne Bloodbound, which is a mix of Khorne demons and mortal Khorne followers. Mm-hmm. So for those who don't know, Khorne is the god of blood, skulls, brass, war, and anger.
All in all, he's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah. With a significant contempt for magecraft.
Oh yeah, fuck.
So
he hates psychers so goddamn much.
So in Sigmar, it's mages. He hates the shit out of mages. What's great about it is there's a whole bunch of war gear I can give my leaders.
Yep.
One of the funniest ones is, I would say honestly, at least half of them involve the words, "You can dispel magic like a wizard, and you hit wizards on +1.
Jesus.
There's one where it's like, if you happen...
Yeah, he hates magic so much that through sheer force of anger, he prevents people from casting spells.
Yeah. So, for example, in Age of Sigmar, the classes of HQ are, you have your actual, like, leaders, you have mages, and you have priests. Priests can give godly blessings.
Can they heal?
Some of them, depending on the god.
Neato.
I'll finish the story next time, folks. See you later.